Chapter 66. After school, I walk Sophie to her mom's car. "Want to ride home?" she asks. "Nah," I say. "I'm waiting for someone." "'Kay, see you tomorrow," Sophie says. I watch their car drive away with Sophie waving to me out the back window. I turn around and realize I'm standing in the courtyard, alone, a giant bullseye for Tommy Murphy. Elliot walks over. "Hey, David." "Hey," I say. "You want to—" Tommy Murphy charges toward Elliot and slams into him so hard he goes flying. Elliot is sprawled on the ground, his backpack a couple of feet ahead of him. Kids turn and stare. Tommy stands with his chest pushed forward. "Why are you talking to Laneberg?" He motions to me. "Now that he's famous and all, you dump me, right? I ain't good enough for ya?" Elliot stands, brushes off his pants, and faces Tommy. "You're a jerk." Elliot bends to pick up his backpack, but Tommy shoves him again. Then he comes over to me. My legs go weak. Tommy stands so close I smell cigarette smoke on his breath. He pokes me hard in the chest. "Laneberg." Elliot takes a running start and slams into Tommy so hard Tommy stumbles sideways. "Don't call him that. Don't talk to him. Don't even look at him." Tommy breathes hard through his nose and tilts his head, like a bull preparing to charge. "Oh, Mama has to protect her little baby. I'll call Laneberg whatever I want to call him, friend of Laneberg." Elliot looks around at the kids forming a circle and smiles. "Then I'll tell everyone that you—" Tommy slams into Elliot again. "I'll kill you if—" "What's going on here?" Mr. Karp says through the megaphone. "Break this up." Tommy steps back. Nothing, Mr. Karp. We're cool." Mr. Karp looks at Elliot for confirmation. Elliot looks at Tommy. "Yeah, nothing's going on. We're cool, right?" Tommy nods. "Yeah, right." Mr. Karp says, "Mr. Murphy, don't you have enough detentions already? Move along." Tommy lets out a big breath and jogs off. "You all right, Mr. Greenberg?" Mr. Karp asks, even though I'm not the one who got shoved. "Yeah, I guess so," I say, looking at Elliot. "Great article in the paper," he says. "I knew you'd turn it around." As soon as Mr. Karp walks away, I say to Elliot, "Thanks." He tilts his head. "No problem." As we walk home, I say, "What do you call a Neanderthal with only half a brain?" "What?" Elliot asks, chucking a pine cone at a stop sign. "Someone twice as smart as Tommy Murphy." Elliot shakes his head, then bumps his shoulder into mine. I can tell he's as happy to be walking home together as I am. "So what dirt do you have on Tommy?" I ask. "When we were friends or whatever, we used to walk into each other's apartments. Our folks were never home, you know." I nod. Elliot's mom works all the time, but Elliot isn't supposed to have friends in the apartment when she's not there. "Anyway," Elliot said, "one time I walked in and Tommy was sitting there watching the little kids show Dora the Explorer. I remember Tommy's face an inch from mine when he had me cornered in the bathroom. Dora the Explorer? Really?" "Yup," Elliot says. He made some lame excuse that he was just switching channels, but he wasn't. I stood back a while before he knew I was there, and he was actually watching it. And laughing. "Oh my gosh. Does he have a little brother or sister or something?" "Nope," Elliot says. "Just him." We both crack up. Hey, maybe we could use that in our next talk time. I miss making them, but I'm going to save that little bit of dirt for an emergency. I think it's good for both of us to have something hanging over Tommy Murphy's head. Definitely. When we get to my house, I feel awkward because Elliot hasn't been over in such a long time. I'm afraid if I invite him in, he'll make some lame excuse. But things have been going so well, I ask anyway. "Want to come in for a while?" Elliot lets out a big breath. "Heck yeah! I don't want to go home and find that Neanderthal waiting for me." "Oh, right. I didn't think of that." I grab the mail and head for the front door. Peeking from the envelopes is a letter with XOXO over the return address. It's for me. From Mom. Push the letter back in the stack. I'll read it later, after Elliot leaves.